Let's learn more about this from Juan Fernando López Aguilar. He's a member of the European Parliament from the Spanish group of the Progressive Alliance of Socialists and Democrats. He sits on the Parliament's Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs. Welcome to DW. Is this problem in Ceuta purely a Spanish matter, or should the EU become involved?
It is actually a European issue, because it happens that Ceuta and Melilla are the only terrestrial external border of the European Union with the African continent. More than that, it's the most unequal external border in the whole planet. There is nothing like it, not between Mexico or the United States, not between South Korea and North Korea, the most unequal. So it is an issue for the whole of the European Union. And it's not a migratory situation, it's a diplomatic situation with political component elements. It's only obvious that these youngsters, including minors, have been launched by Moroccan police forces precisely to put pressure on a situation which actually puts a challenge to the Spanish handling of its external border in the first place, but it also puts a challenge to the whole European Union. So, again, it's a situation in which we have to claim the binding solidarity and shared responsibility, which are the pillars of the European Union when it comes to an area of liberty, justice and security.
So, do you believe then that the EU should intervene on both counts, on the migration issue and Spain's row with Morocco? And if so, what should Brussels be doing?
But of course, the Prime Minister of Spain has actually asked for and obtained full support from the leaders of the main European institutions in the European architecture, including Commissioner von der Leyen, including Vice President Skinas, which is responsible for this, including Commissioner Johansson, which is the Home Commissioner for Migration and Asylum and Security Matters, and including the President of the European Parliament. So, yes, it is time to be aware that Morocco is a strategic neighbor for all of the European Union. It is for Spain, for one thing.
May I please interrupt, just because time is against us, sir. So they have expressed, the European authorities have expressed solidarity with Spain. Fine. What now should they do beyond talk?
Well, they have to support Spain when it comes to all of the financial tools and funds which are at disposal of a member state which has a force majeure or kind of a crisis situation on the external border of the European Union. And we have put in place those allocations, the Internal Security Fund, the Asylum and Migration Fund, in order to provide for the assistance and the social care which is needed for the unaccompanied minors that have been launched through the sea, because for the adults there is always the possibility to return, because there are binding treaties with Morocco signed by Spain and Morocco, which are also compulsory to the other part, which is Morocco. So it is a matter of putting all the political pressure to get things right in place and back to normal, the sooner the better.
Thank you so much for joining us, sir. That's Juan Fernando López Aguilar, a member of the European Parliament.
Thank you for having me.